Getting away from it all has long been the very definition of a vacation. But for some, the all they're talking about now includes the online world and the smartphones, tablets, and PCs that can so dominate our lives. Vacation destinations have seen the need and are now offering places of refuge and relief from our media-obsessed lives.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ariel and Jeff Dufour tried something a little out of the ordinary on a recent getaway.
The main thing I'd like to point out to you is that Miraval is a device-free property, so you're more than welcome to use your phone as much as you'd like in the room itself. However, in the public areas, we do ask you keep your phones on either airplane mode or silent.
Disconnecting from their devices to reconnect with themselves and each other.
It's a good time to get away before we have our second child, kind of block out all of the stress and digital anxieties of real life.
Why do you think it's important that you take a break from that digital connection?
I think it's important for our relationship and us specifically because even when we're together at night after our son's gone to bed, we're looking at our phone or she's answering a work email or I'm doing the same. So we may be together, but we're not always talking or communicating or actually, together.
Yeah. We spend like every night together, but I feel like we had more conversation last night than typical.
The couple stayed at Miraval Berkshires, a $1,000 a night all-inclusive resort that promises to awaken your senses if you can put your phone to sleep.
So these animals are all about stillness and quiet.
Jen Leahy is Miraval's animal connection
one or two
specialist.
fingers, and if you just do kind of like the back of her head, she's pretty cool.
Oh, it's so
on that.
soft.
My job is to provide opportunities for our guests to have firsthand experiences with the more than human world that we have here at Miraval Berkshires.
She helped Jeff Dufour come face to face with an owl named Jules.
I do it.
You're fine.
An uncomfortable accomplishment given his fear of birds.
It is incredibly soft.
Animals are incredible teachers. They live in the now, and they ask us to join them there. And if we want to explore that, learn from them, be a part of that, we need to be there in our full selves.
With the guests that you've had here, and I'm thinking between pre-pandemic and now, have you seen a shift in some of this unplugging and some of the connection with the animals that you have here too?
Oh, absolutely. The level of disconnection many of us have experienced over the past year has had a huge impact.
The human disconnection.
Absolutely, precisely. And the isolation, and animals offer us this opportunity for connection, not just with them, but by being with them. It's a doorway into ourselves.
Miraval's 3 properties help guests find more balance in their lives through mindful activities.
Yeah,
ready?
Perfect.
Yay.
Some people may have a robust well-being practice. They may practice yoga, they may do meditation, and others are coming to dip their toe in.
Simon Markser is the group director of spa and well-being at Miraval Berkshires.
Well-being is what?
I think a sense of living life fully, being authentic to yourself, and feeling all of the joys and challenges that we all confront in our day, and yet feeling comfortable and feeling able to cope with them. No one is going to stop stress.
Right.
It's how we manage it, and I think that's ideally what we're trying to help people do is to teach them what to pay attention to and discover the beauty around them and within them.
While the Miraval experience comes with a high price tag, Markser says the company is finding ways to make well-being more accessible for all, especially with demand for it intensifying.
We'll be introducing a digital mindfulness video series to help support the pursuit of mindfulness when you're not able to come to Miraval, or perhaps before your stay or after.
For many Americans, coping during the pandemic has been difficult. With the majority of employed adults in the U.S. working remotely, some get the feeling they're living at work instead of working from home.
Suddenly work is like in every part of your life.
Right.
Like you sleep in your work. You have to be a lot more intentional about saying, I want to step away from work.
Dylan Thuris is the co-founder of Atlas Obscura, a company that curates unique experiences and catalogs hidden wonders like this pocket park in New York City.
Sometimes there's something like a mile from your house.
He says people are now looking for more meaningful travel experiences.
People are traveling again for sure, but it's mostly domestic right now.
Right.
And people don't want to go back to what they were doing before necessarily. Like, I don't think anyone's super excited about going back to being in a giant crowd of 50,000 people in Venice during high season, right? Like, that's not what people want. They're looking for stuff that's more natural. It's maybe a little farther off the beaten path. And yeah, stuff that's maybe closer to home.
You can spend a fortune and escape, but you don't have to get what you want out of a vacation.
That's right. Yeah, one of the important ideas of Atlas Obscura is it's not about distance traveled or getting on a plane or like stamps in a passport. It's really about being willing to kind of trust that you can find something incredible almost anywhere you are.
Anywhere, including in the middle of nowhere.
Getaway is all about having more free time and more balance in your life. So there's no Wi-Fi, there's no TV. We really try to get you to do nothing.
John Staff's company, Getaway, operates small cabins in remote areas all over the country. Guests can escape the noise of everyday life for about $120 per night.
Everybody should have access to nature, and it's important for all of us to carve time out of our daily life to sit, to think, to reflect, to be with our loved ones, and we hope that can be Getaway for so many folks.
Back at Miraval, Berkshires, if the Dufors are any indication, an escape from reality may be just the thing we all need to cope with it.
What's been the overall benefit of doing this stay like this?
I think it's just a reminder that like this time together away from reality it's okay and we deserve it and we need it to get back to being the best parents and people we can be.
Good lesson for all of us to know.
Yeah.
One thing that was interesting that Dylan told me from Atlas Obscura was that, you know, people are doing a lot of domestic travel this year, still in 2021, but they've seen a huge amount of international, those bigger trips already planned for in 2022. Like, people are saying, okay, I'll hold back. And he said again, it's not how far you go, it's what you do on that vacation, which helps you to unplug and reconnect.
Have the family time, put the phones away.
Yeah, I'm sold. Let's go.
Just have to do it.
Let's go.
Michelle's paying.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you.